Coming up on AbiliTV, ever wondered what it's like to conquer Brisbane's iconic Story Bridge in a wheelchair? Our guest host Breanna is going to show you how accessibility is reaching new heights.
From hosting to her retail aspirations, we learn more about AbiliTV host Fran Johnson.
And singer Scott Waldren takes center stage.
Welcome to AbiliTV.
Welcome to AbiliTV, where the show that gives you incredible people, plus achievements and developments in the disability space every Monday night. And teaming up with me for this episode is the amazing Breanna Medcalfe.
Thanks so much for having me back on the show, Brandon. It's nice to be behind the desk again. And we really appreciate you joining us for the show. Only show in Australia that's not only hosted, but also crewed by people with disabilities. If you'd like to get involved, just go to our website or shoot us a DM on our social media channel.
Now, you're not just guest hosting on this episode, you also have something to do with our first, if you pardon the pun, story.
That's right, Brandon. I was invited to one of Australia's most iconic bridges to showcase how people of all abilities can access it. Brisbane's Story Bridge Adventure Climb is the world's first wheelchair-accessible bridge climb, with participants reaching a height of 80 metres.
80 meters? Just questioning. Hopefully you're not scared of heights.
Well, I didn't think I was, but this experience has made me question it.
Well, let's see how Breanna went.
This is going to be one of the biggest challenges I've ever faced. Yes, I'm going to climb the Story Bridge with the accessible Story Bridge climb. I'm a little bit nervous and excited, but mostly just curious to see how it all works. Let's go give it a go. Welcome to Brisbane, the home of the world's first wheelchair accessible bridge climb.
This came about the brainchild of our safety advisor to really make the climb inclusive and accessible.
The team started by showing me the special chair and the harness. It's designed so people with different mobility needs can still get the full bridge climb experience. We might have customized it just a little bit. As we started the climb, I could feel the wind and hear the city below. It's such a unique perspective. You notice every step, every sound, every little detail of the bridge. So we've made it to the halfway point, which is the flag station, and I'm really excited to make it up to the top, see how the view is from the very, very top. Definitely like the most out of the box thing I've ever done. It's not just about the view though. It's about proving that with the right support, these big adventures can be possible for anyone.
We think we can probably achieve a 99% hit rate, but then again, we don't know everybody's needs. So we go through just a bunch of different conversations to ensure that those needs will be met. Now just remember your
That was pretty incredible. I can't believe we're actually at the top of the Story Bridge right now, and it's just like panoramic views all around, like I've never seen like this before.
The people we've had up on the bridge so far have absolutely loved it. It's opened them up to something they never thought they'd be able to do.
It's such an achievement for me to make it up here. I was so anxious and nervous and excited at the same time, obviously, but all those nerves kind of get you as you're coming up, and to be able to make it all the way to the top is just insane. Coming back down, I realised just how much this meant to me. The climb itself was exciting, but it's also a reminder of what's possible when accessibility is taken seriously. Very proud of myself and grateful to everyone who got me up and back down again in one piece. Time at the top was amazing, like looking out at the city and having that breeze and learning all about the city and all the different spots as well. This was an unforgettable day. Big thanks to the Storybridge team for making sure adventures like these are for everyone. And if you're thinking about giving it a go, trust me, the view is worth it.
Wow, that looks fantastic and a bit scary at the same time.
Let's just say that it'll be an experience I'll remember for a very long time. And it really shows how far we've come in making iconic experiences accessible to just about anyone.
And we also want to say a huge thank you to the Storybridge Adventure Climb team.
They've really looked after me, and I can't wait to see other people like me give it a go.
Still to come on AbiliTV, we have an in-studio performance from the charming Scott Waldren.
But up next, we get to know some of the AbiliTV crew. This is AbiliTV. Whether you're watching us on community television or streaming online, we're so glad you've joined us at AbiliTV.
And if you want to stay connected with us beyond the show, it's very easy. You just scan the QR code on your screen. It'll take you straight to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Hit subscribe, like, or follow, and you'll never miss a thing.
As you may know, AbiliTV is giving people with disabilities the opportunity to immerse themselves in the television industry, with hands-on experience in both hosting roles and being part of the crew.
Ooh, and while you get to see us here on the desk, there's always another side to our team.
And on this episode, we have a feature story on Fran, who originally started at AbiliTV as a crew member, but quickly took a shine to hosting the show.
I live at home with my parents and my twin sister, and I also have an older brother. When I first started doing AbiliTV, I was quite nervous to begin with, but it's only in the beginning I get shy and nervous, but then I eventually get used to it.
So Fran's disability is autism, and obviously people will know with autism that they're on different levels of scale and things like that, and Fran's what we would class as being relatively high functioning. Maybe takes a little bit longer to process things, but then, you know, that doesn't really inhibit Fran's ability to get out there and do the things she wants to do.
I can still do things myself. I don't require a lot of assistance with things. I might overreact about things that a lot of people wouldn't overreact over. And I also get really frustrated when I can't understand things.
So it was our job to get there and make sure that we could bit by bit help her do the things she wanted to do.
Well, I've always kind of wanted to work in retail.
And I said to her, well, hold on a minute, what, you want to work in retail? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, what about our retail store down at Redcliffe?
Industry Cone Collective is an op shop, and it's to help participants put their theory into practice to help them get their Cert 3 in business.
I'll count the money in the till and straighten the hangers on the racks.
Yeah, she's very particular. If I or another participant straighten up a rack, it's never up to Fran's standard, and she'll redo it to her standard.
If there's donations to go through, I go through the donations and I hang them up and price them. I help out wherever I can.
Totally dedicated to it, really dedicated to it. She has been, you know, just spot on with it all.
And I'd be happy to start Industry & Co because I do like working there. I always have a lot of fun.
Fran's venture into AbiliTV was quite interesting.
Well, I mean, I was excited that I was given the opportunity to be working behind the scenes to begin with. I was learning how to use the teleprompter and the camera and floor managing. I always kind of wanted to be on camera in some way.
It just sort of went to a point where we knew we had to look for a new host, and we just sort of thought Fran was the perfect fit for it.
I guess I did feel a little nervous in the beginning, trying to figure out how much enthusiasm is required when reading a certain part of the script. Once I got used to it, I was okay.
Fran's growth from doing the retail store as well as doing AbiliTV has just been incredible.
When we first started, she was quite quiet and timid, but now she's come out of her shell and is great with the customers. If anything, she keeps me on my toes now with keeping the store clean.
I mean, I've always wanted to do this sort of thing. It's more just the independent side of things. Just becoming more independent in my life.
She is more confident. She's a lot more outgoing to what she used to be. She enjoys to get there and have a joke with everyone, which is really fantastic.
It just makes me feel like I've made a huge accomplishment in my life, like I made a difference. And it makes me feel good about myself because I feel like I could be an inspiration to other people who would like to do this sort of thing.
Well done, Fran, and we can't wait to see you back on the desk soon.
Up next, you won't want to miss the sound of Scott Waldren. His story and an Insta-U performance is just around the corner. This is AbiliTV. At AbiliTV, we love shining a spotlight on incredible artists. And we got someone very special.
That's right, Brandon. Meet Scott Waldren, a performer whose creativity knows no limit. But what are his future goals and what does music mean to him? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Scott Waldren. I'm 35 years young. Music for me means that I'm free to express myself. When I was in primary school, I was in the choir. The reactions I saw on people's faces when I'd start singing, and they'd be happy, they'd be impressed, they'd be crying in one or two instances. So being able to affect someone else to that degree has always appealed to me. Depending on which support worker I have for the day, usually it's a competition of who can get there first. When I show up, Esther's just standing on the grassed area, trying to soak up as much sun as she can because she spends most of her day in the recording studios. Working with Esther is great fun.
Scott is such a gentleman.
There we go.
Yeah, so smart, so capable. But then, as we've spent more time together here and there, of course, I've had him on a bad day, and when he's been in physical pain and emotional pain.
I have what's called cerebral palsy spastic quadriplegia, which is a long-winded way of saying that parts of the brain are either dead or damaged and the signals don't get through completely. Say I want to open or close my hand, for example. I have to take an extra step to think about it to go, all right, let go. So it makes things, the communication between brain and muscles slower, or sometimes doesn't get there at all. Going back to the music side of things, if I can learn how to use my voice more effectively, even just for speaking, work on control and one song at a time, eventually what I want to do is have a series of them done so that I can put it up on Spotify or YouTube and put it out there. The good thing about the setup that I have is I can take the MacBook with me to Musicare, airdrop the project I'm working on with them and play with it when I get home, or re-record it if I want to, because that's what the microphone's good for. Yeah, and I can listen back through the headphones and go, oh, that section's not really good. I'll cut it out and re-record it on my own setup and stick it in and tweak it around a little bit.
That was beautiful. Just immortalize that moment. Just such a fun person to be around. But of course, when you first meet him, you wouldn't necessarily know that yet.
I have a degree of social anxiety around new environments, new situations, new people. They think about the disability first, rather than getting to know the person behind it. because I didn't understand my disability when I was really little. All I knew was, why can't I do those things? Why doesn't that person want to talk to me? Why doesn't that person want to play with me? It's a bit lonely sometimes, which also leads into the self-fulfilling prophecy of isolation. I live with a cat, his fur baby named Zeus. He's a bundle of chaos at 3 o'clock in the morning. He knows when I'm upset and feeling my feelings and comes up and gives me a cuddle. If I didn't have him, I would be very lonely. My hope for it is if I go out and do more things, more people will see people with disabilities as just another person rather than something different. Part of the reason why I'm doing this music thing is so I can build up my confidence, because once I realize I can do something, it's a case of, oh, I can do this thing. I'm not useless at it. One of the big goals is I like to cook. It's essentially my love language. With friends and with people I care about, I cook for them. For me, it's a way of being useful, to be indispensable in a social setting. And it's also a way that I show that I care about someone, is to just give them food. It also gives me good practice as well, because cooking is a very physically intensive task for me, with all the cutting and preparation, and so it's one other thing I enjoy. Sky's the limit, really. My immediate goal is to transition into other media-related jobs as well, like voiceover and narration and that kind of thing. Whether you've been told your entire life, oh, you can't do that, can't do something, you're bad at it, you can't do it because you've got XYZ disability, at least give it a go. You can't really say you can't do something until you've at least tried it.
What a beautiful story. And just wait until you hear his voice. From the 1965 film The Sound of Music, singing Edelweiss, please welcome Scott Waldren.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me, blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me, blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
That was simply captivating. Thank you so much, Scott, for sharing your voice with us. And a special thanks to Esther from Team Musicare for accompanying Scott on the piano.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of AbiliTV. Next Monday night, we catch up with former Paralympian Breanna Jason.
And we meet a disability advocate who isn't afraid to speak out.
Breanna, thank you so much for co-hosting and going to new heights for us.
Thanks so much, Brandon, for having me back on the desk. It's been heaps of fun co-hosting with you.
Thank you, Breanna. And if you have a story to share, or if you'd like to be involved in the show, reach out for us. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Spread the word and inspire someone today.
And remember, we all have the ability to inspire and make a difference.
See you next time.
AbiliTV is produced by Trending Media Australia in partnership with Rope. ROPE is a disability service organisation providing opportunities to people living with intellectual disabilities to learn media skills by participating in the creation of AbiliTV, including hosting and the show's production. If you'd like to be involved or become a sponsor of AbiliTV, we'd love to hear from you. Just go to abilitv.com.au.